Today's episode of the Tourpreneur podcast is kindly sponsored by Checkfront, the booking platform trusted by over 5,000 tour and activity operators around the world. This month, Checkfront is offering an exclusive 90-day free trial for tourpreneurs. Find out more at checkfront.com/tourpreneur.
Welcome to the Tourpreneur podcast. Travel industry veteran Shane Whaley will take you on a journey with fellow tourpreneurs, sharing their tips, ideas, insights, and success stories to inspire you to make your tour business the best it can be. And now, here is your host, Shane Whaley.
And welcome back to Tourpreneur. It is day 10 of our 30-day Things to Do Tour Operator Challenge. We're joined today by Angela Heald. How are you, Angela?
I'm great. I can't believe it's day 10 already. That means that you're a third of the way there.
I know, right? And it's an exciting one today. Tell us all about it.
Today, you're going to be expanding your network by buying a fellow tour operator a coffee. So sometimes operators focus so much on their staff and their guests, and they forget how important it is to build a supportive community of peers.
Excellent. Always like coffee, tea, wine, beer. Any of those.
Yes, your beverage of choice.
Yes. But I think it's fair to point out, if you are listening when this is going out in November 2020, obviously some of us are still in lockdown and there are different regulations in place, but that shouldn't stop us, right? We can still ask, hey, do you want to hop on Zoom? Do you want to have a phone call, a socially distanced coffee, if it's still permittable, where you live? You also give some collaboration ideas in the PDF, because it's not just meet down for a coffee and a gossip. It's, what can we do to generate business together or collaborate on marketing? Could you talk through some of those ideas with us?
Yeah, absolutely. You never know that your best future collaborator might actually just be around the corner. So new relationships like this can lead to strategic partnerships. And it could be something as simple as agreeing to recommend each other's tours to future guests, or it could be something more exciting like pairing two complementary experiences together.
Yeah, I think that's a good example. And it's something that I want to cover a bit more on Tourpreneur in 2021, is actually look at areas where there have been collaboration and maybe get a few tour operators on to talk us through that. Because I've also heard, and I guess this is a bit of a bonus tip for day 10, is don't be too scared of your competitors either. And maybe to invite them for a coffee or a tea. And yeah, you want to be careful what you're going to share. But I always remember the story of Bulldog Tours down in Charleston, where John Laverne helped out a ghost tour company, a competitor, where the poor guy had a car accident, obviously couldn't take tours, and Bulldog stepped in and kept that guy's business going. If they hadn't formed that relationship, then that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it's such a friendly industry, and if you can make those like-minded connections, you might find your next mentor or the person that you can mentor next as well. There's just so much opportunity for connections like that and collaborations.
Yeah, I think so. I know that Peter Syme gave an outstanding session at Arrival 360 about those 10 action steps to get local bookings. And one of those was, this is a little easier in a smaller city or town, but, make friends with everybody, the baker, the butcher, the candlestick maker almost, and tell them about your tours, because they have tourists coming in that are buying produce. They get talking, hey, what's good to do around here, and they can recommend the business as well. So not just to think of tour operators, I think, Angela, but, other businesses in the area where there is, foot traffic, as it were.
It's so true. And if you can't, as you mentioned, due to COVID, visit their office and pop in to say hello, you can still reach out to operators or adjacent businesses, like you mentioned, over LinkedIn, and set up that virtual meeting or even an in-person coffee, depending on where you are. Coffee shops are open, or even buy a coffee for Peter Syme, because his content is awesome.
It is awesome. Although I think he prefers to get paid in beer. Although apparently he's gone all posh. He's drinking wine these days.
Amazing.
Marvelous. Well, Angela, thank you very much for day 10. That's an exciting challenge. It's a social one. And we know we're all social in the tour and experiences industry. So thank you for today.
Thanks for having me back, Shane.
Thanks for listening to the Tourpreneur podcast. Be sure to visit tourpreneur.com to join the conversation and access the show notes, including links to the resources mentioned on today's episode. This is Tourpreneur.